to bring to light an event that took place in San Francisco on September 30th, 2007. It's called the Folsom Street Fair. You actually should have a program, a few pages from the program with you. The Folsom Street Fair is an event that's open to the public. There's a charge to come in. This event I attended with Allison Smith, who shot the video you're going to see. We went on behalf of Americans for Truth, not out of prurient interests, of course, but to expose what was going on. Today we bring you a sample of, just a small sample of what we observed, and there's even further documentation from sources outside of Americans for Truth of equally offensive, if not more offensive behavior than what you'll see here today. This event was attended by children. You will see children on the screen. You will see acts of public nudity, almost full public nudity, men walking around in nothing but sneakers. There was actual sex acts and orgies taking place on the street. By the way, this did not surprise us, but what we are here to call on is House Speaker Nancy Pelosi. This occurred in her district, and we've called on Speaker Pelosi to condemn this event. She has already been called on to condemn the blasphemous promotional artwork for the event which you have. This is a mockery of Da Vinci's Last Supper. It was used as promotional artwork. It was actually also on the tags of people as they paid their $5 to get in, or whatever it was. I think it was $5. They had little stickers here, and this is what caused the sensation in the first place when it became public that such a offensive artwork was being used to promote this event. I personally hand-delivered our letter which is on our website, americansfortruth.org. We hand-delivered it to Nancy Pelosi's office, and in the letter, which you should have, we called on the Speaker to condemn the Folsom Street Fair, to use her influence in San Francisco politics to stop these illegal violations, which you will see, from occurring, and to use her office to take a stand against this awful event. Nancy Pelosi is also shown on the screen speaking to the Human Rights Campaign, which is a homosexual activist group, in which she said, quote, "People always say it is easy for me to be out front on these issues because San Francisco is so tolerant. Tolerant? It's not about tolerance, it's about respect. It's about the respect we have for each other. It's about the pride we take in our community. That sentiment is now spreading across America." And you have that quote in the back on page 2 of the letter which we passed out. Now, at this event, we have done a cursory review, not a full review, and it's evident that there were at least 2 legal violations present. California Penal Code Section 314 is against a penal code that bans public nudity. Also, there is Article 240, Section 2 of the San Francisco Municipal Police Code. And it's quite obvious that having sex and having orgies in a public street is illegal. There's also the question of the corruption of minors, since you will see very young children present at the event, evidently with their parents. Now, we just learned also that the San Francisco Police Department was recruiting at this event, which we also say is shameful. And what we're about here today is that some people have asked me, well, does this surprise you? This is San Francisco where they tolerate anything. First of all, we say there should be a limit to tolerance. And it seems perhaps we could all agree that one of the limits to tolerance is open sex acts on the street. But the other factor here is we have Nancy Pelosi, who represents not just her district in San Francisco, but as Speaker of the House, third in line for the presidency, she is in an office which represents all of America. And I dare say that 99.9% of Americans, including Nancy Pelosi, if they were to witness what we witnessed on the streets in her own district, they would be shocked and dismayed and demand that action be taken. And we're saying that the cover-up, insofar as the lack of media coverage, the cover-up in San Francisco is over. We are going to do all we can to alert the nation of of this egregious behavior that's allowed to take place in public on the streets, which I believe is unprecedented. And I would also call your attention to the packet of the ads. Mayor Gavin Newsom in San Francisco wrote a greeting note that was included in the program, which the page, we have another sample page, which is just an outrageously lewd program. There you have a picture of an orgy scene. Mayor Newsom is quoted as saying, "On behalf of the city and county of San Francisco, it is my pleasure to welcome you to the 24th annual Folsom Street Fair on Sunday, September 30th, 2007. And I would say to that, San Francisco or no San Francisco, political correctness or not, there is a limit to tolerance. Why is the mayor of San Francisco welcoming a grotesque affair like this, where it's open sex acts are encouraged to go on with police indifference? There were police at the event, but they did nothing. We actually asked a couple of policemen, why isn't any action being taken against the public indecency? And one of them said, why don't you ask the politicians? And so today, we're asking Nancy Pelosi to take a stand for all of America against what occurred in her district, on the city streets in the area that she represents. Now, before we're going to play the video, and then we're going to get reaction from Matt Barber and Grace Harley from PFOX. Matt Barber represents Concerned Women for America, which first broke the story about this awful promotional flyer. But I have to say, and I've already warned most of you, this is incredibly lewd material, and if you're uncomfortable seeing what are effectively pornographic images, please leave, or you can watch it in the privacy. We've given discs, DVDs to accredited journalists. But I want to warn you, it's truly very offensive material, and we bring it to light because this is actually what happened, as I said, in public, in broad daylight, on the streets of San Francisco. So consider yourselves warned, and we will play it, and then we will get reaction afterwards, and questions and answers. We have actually more footage of the drag queen mock nun, which is known as the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence. They have a working relationship with the Folsom Street Fair. They greeted people coming in and leaving the fair, which was blocked off several city blocks in San Francisco. And the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence, which is just a very nasty organization in the sense that they mock Christianity openly. With one of their nuns, so-called, is named Sister Porn Again, Sister Porn Again, Roz Erection. But this group actually received money from the Folsom Street Fair, so they're one of the major beneficiaries. And we've also called on Speaker Pelosi to condemn the open and rather blatant anti-Christian bigotry involved in this event, which also included, and we didn't have pictures here, there was things like Jesus, dildo, sex toys with religious names attached to them, which were sold at this event.